Good people, ladies and gentlemen, it's your favorite Moo Boy's favorite Moo Boy, Peanut.
And your girlfriend. And we are Candid Conversation with
Peanut and Pran.
Hey,
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. How are you tonight?
I'm cool.
You cool?
I'm relaxed. I'm relaxed tonight. You know, I'm laying low. I'm chilling today.
Okay.
You know, I see you taking it easy. Got a t-shirt on.
I do. I don't normally wear t-shirts.
You know, got the hair. I like the hair.
Thank you.
You know, nice. We'll have to talk later. Okay, moving on. Let's jump into it, honey.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I am not going to delay this any longer. I am very excited that we have author Iesha Bree on the show tonight. Let's bring her in.
Hey, y'all.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me. I'm super excited.
Absolutely. So for those of you that are just first watching Candid Conversation with Peanut and Pran, we are a visual podcast and we love to bring you conversations and we do our very best to be as candid as possible. And tonight we are going to talk about being a Black author. We are going to talk about being a female in a predominantly male-ran world, as well as we are going to dive into Miss Iesha Bree's catalog of many stories and what is some of her motivations. So sit back. I hope you already have your glass of wine and let's have fun.
And keep in mind, it is Women's Month, right? It is Women's Month. So we're gonna celebrate two Black women tonight as well.
Absolutely.
Got my wine.
You got your wine. Excellent. You know what? I'm sipping on water tonight.
Same.
H2O.
Great choice.
Same.
Okay. So let's jump into it, honey. I'll let you lead off because I can see the excitement on your face right now. So I know you have a ton of questions, and I'll jump in there.
Okay. So one, I have to commend you on an amazing story. Our book of the month last month was Medusa's Remedy, and we loved it. Oh my gosh. Between the characters sounding like us, like I have favorite characters. I have books that I'm like, wait, is that going to be a book? Just all kinds of stuff. So I am definitely like super excited about that book. But after being on your website, there are so many books. Like I could read you every month of the year and still not get through everything that's on your catalog.
Yes, girl. It took me a minute to build that up, but I appreciate y'all even doing me for book of the month. I'm telling you, when me and Anita wrote the book, we had too much fun writing it. Like literally it didn't feel like we was doing any type of work. We were just having a good time, going back and forth. This what you wrote? Oh, I'm gonna write better. I'm gonna write the next one.
So is that the first time that you wrote with another author?
No, second time. So,
okay.
My first time that I wrote with another author, I wrote with my sister, my best friend, Chastity. She's C. Monet. So me and her wrote a book about 4 women called Melanin in the City.
I've seen. Okay, so that is on my reading list, just so you know.
I want you to know it's beautiful. You really get the essence of sisterhood in there. Black women in different positions of life.
Okay. So, excellent.
Yeah, this was my first time doing a fantasy collab
though. Okay.
So doing this with her, and this was actually one of her, because she doesn't collab with people. So when she told me, she was like, listen, I read what you wrote before, and I'm interested. And I said, You ain't got to say nothing twice because I'm interested too. And we made it happen.
Okay. Very good. Very, very good.
Yeah.
So, oh my goodness. One of the things that I love about you are the characters that you write about. They are such strong female characters. So, if they're a hot mess, they are a hot mess. Because I've now read, what was the other one? I can't remember the name of it. Oh my gosh.
Did you read The Love Pledge?
No, it was Unlove Me.
Oh, yes.
I read that one. And I think I finished that book in like 2 days.
Girl. That book right there, that book right there, it helped me through a lot. I really put my soul on those papers on that book.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was experiencing my first heartbreak with that one. So I had never had a broken heart before. That was my first time. So I had to get it out some way. And that book, that's how Unlove Me came.
Wow.
Yeah.
So do you use mostly real life situations to help you develop your characters, or is it a conglomerate of all your life experiences?
Well, I'm only 26, so I ain't got too many life experiences yet. But for what I do know, I for some of my characters, not all of them, some of them are more so just what I hope for, or if I was in this situation, this is what I would do. Most of my books are that, or I like this kind of story. Let me write this type of story then, because I like it. Because I'm a big reader. I read everything, y'all. I just be reading. So I like to write something that I would read. So that's honestly where it all comes from. With me, I'm not really I think that's the closest you'll get to actually seeing a character that's actually like me is Unlove Me. That's the only one I have that's actually like me.
Okay.
Yeah, the absolute only. The other ones are just from people I done came across, because I got some characters around me, y'all. My family is silly. I mean, I have characters around me everywhere. Friends, silly, loud, outgoing. I mean, and that's where those people come from. That's exactly where they come from.
Awesome.
That's good inspiration. So I have a question. Being 26, right?
Right.
Where did you get the love for writing? Like, what inspired you to want to be an author?
So for me, I started weird. So I'm gonna take it back a little bit. When I'm a military brat.
Okay.
So when we moved to all these different places. My grandmother moved in with us when we moved to Fayetteville, North Carolina. And I had no friends. I had just family. And obviously as a young kid, when you ain't got no friends, that's the end of the world.
Right.
So, my grandma was like, well, why don't you try out this book? Why don't you try this? I said, Grandma, I don't like reading. She was like, you will like this. Trust me, you will like it. Grandma had me reading stuff I had no business reading, but it's okay. I read that book, and from that point forward, I've been reading like crazy since. So I've been reading since long ago. And what ended up happening is what brought me to writing. I've always wrote good little short stories in school and stuff, and I enjoyed it. That was my part. I love English. So what ended up happening is my friend I met in college. I had stayed on a dorm and all this other good stuff. And me and her both like to read. And she was like, why don't we try writing a book? And I was like, I don't know. I was like, I ain't never tried it before. I was like, we could try. So we both set out. We go, and I found all the people I needed to get started. We both started writing. I wrote at this point, I'm writing in a notebook. So I didn't know nothing about why don't you just write on the computer first and then transfer it over. Mind you, got this notebook from Walmart, writing the story. I'm going. Some days I'll be like, you want to come over? I'll come over. She won't writing on her story, but I was writing on mine. And I'm like, okay. She did end up finishing hers, and I did finish mine, but she didn't stick with writing. She did that one book, and I think another one, and then she just stopped. Me, I kept going because it just became addictive at that point. I'm like, okay, this is an outlet right here. I'm actually good at it. And it became something I stuck with.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. So, what would you share with maybe somebody who is starting to write their first manuscript or something of that nature? Maybe they think they'd be good at it, but they're still not quite sure. What would you tell them?
Honestly, I would tell them that every story has a place in any reader's home. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, what you're writing, somebody is going to want to read it.
Mm-hmm.
There is not one book that somebody can write and they be like, nobody wants to read this. Trust me, you somebody type.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's too many people that's reading in this world for you to believe anything other than that. So that's my main piece of advice. Do not compare yourself to other people.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Because I think that's where the fear of not releasing your stories come from. Oh, I'm not
Mm-hmm.
gonna be as good as this person, or I'm not gonna be able to put this out because I don't know where to find this, or I don't know where to get this. Trust me, you can find it. Google is my best friend. You figure it out. If you want to learn more, if you feel like you don't know what you got going on, find you some people. These people trying to teach you how to write every day. They'll show you how to write a book. I promise you. And if they don't, you can piece it together. But you can figure it out. Anything you truly want, you gonna go get it.
Absolutely.
That's simple. Because I know me, I got it. I went and got it real fast.
That's great. That's great advice. So, you know, I would imagine writing a book would be complicated. I
Right.
write, but I don't write books. I write songs.
Right.
Songs don't have to be long and drawn out. You find an
Yep.
emotion, a theme, you write it out, and I'm done with it.
Right.
How do you maintain the discipline, the consistency to stay focused on that one book
Right.
without, going all over the place?
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't got that down yet. I do not have that part down yet
Mm-hmm.
because I write multiple stories at one time. So to be honest with you, I probably, as we speak, I'm actively working on one. Actively. But
Mm-hmm.
sometimes if I get tired of working on this one, I'll go dip off and be like, well, let me go over here for a second because I feel like something in this one that I can write real quick. And then
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I'll dip off and I'm like, you know what? I feel like writing this right now. And then I'll go here. But this one right here is the one that I want to put out. So I'm gonna come back to this and give it most of my time. But for me, mainly, I try to keep a schedule. So like every day I'll set a goal for myself. I don't know. Like I made a post on social media that I had wrote 3K on Monday. And I was like, okay, I got another 2,000 words I need to write. And then
Mm-hmm.
that'll be my goal for today. And I can do whatever I want to do. I met that goal. And then that's just kind of what I've been doing. To get through each story is to kind of try to find that in music too. Music is so helpful. You find you a good song that match the vibe of your story.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you be stuck on it, you get it done.
All right, so this is very awkward for me.
What?
I'm gonna tell you why it's awkward for me. It's talking to you is like talking to her. The whole multiple story things at a time. So I'm like the I don't want to say test dummy, right? But I'm
Right.
getting like stories on the regular. But check this out. Check this out. And the books, it's different books. I'm
Yes.
getting characters confused. She does the exact same thing. It's almost like talking to her.
Yeah, it's so hard though when you have such a vivid imagination and you're so excited and passionate about what you do. It's like all these stories keep coming to you. It I mean honestly, to be honest with you, I have so many storylines. So many. So many. And there's no way that they're all going to get wrote this year. But they're there. They just pop up. It could be me driving down the street and something pop up on the radio. Next thing you know, here goes a storyline. Like it's just that simple and it's hard, but you got to be disciplined in that way with creating a schedule if you want to
So
get it done.
I have to tell you, you have just made me feel like absolutely. I knew you were my kindred spirit. I knew it. There
Girl.
was a day we went to go pick up crabs. because we live in Maryland. So we went to go pick up crabs from this crab place. He walks in, he goes to pick up the order. He gets back in the truck, and I say, "So, honey, what do you think about?" And I like while he was in the store, in 10 or 15 minutes, I have come up with the first, 100 words of whatever had popped in my head, and he looking at me like, "What?"
Listen, that's how it happens. I could be at going to go look at apartments or houses, and I'd be like, you know what if I wrote this story about this realtor who had this guy and she showed him a house and didn't know he had been stalking her all this time? Boom, there goes storyline. It's simple.
So, well, let me ask you this then, because she says this all the time, and I did hear you say that you and Anita did a lot of research.
Yes.
Right? So, if she's researching sounds, the colors of flowers, like it has to be so, on point and detailed,
Right.
to a point where you can actually picture yourself in the book.
Yeah.
Are you that same way?
I'm a little bit loose, depending on. Most of my research comes in when I'm writing about something I don't know about. So if I'm not aware of like a career, a sickness or illness, or since we're doing mythology, me and Anita, I needed to know that we were stemming off of something. We needed to be able to go there because there's people who love mythology, and I didn't want to get in there and stray too far from the backstory.
Right.
So we went and we was like, okay, let's look this up. How she even get like this? Why was this the case? How many different stories is it about this one instant? All of those things. We looked into that. But for me, it has to be something like that. I'm not going to look up no colors now that you got it going on. I'm not going to look up no colors. I'm usually one of those go with the flow type of people. I really flow with the ocean, If I feel it, I'm going to write it. I don't do too much research, just on specific topics.
Things you don't. Okay, things you don't.
Things I don't know. Yeah, that's it. I can't look up colors now.
This is very weird for me because big hair, purple shirt. I don't know what's going on right now.
I didn't even notice. I promise you, I did.
Okay. Everybody's walls look gray. I don't know what's going on right now. But honey, I'm gonna let you jump back in there.
So I don't even know, like, there are so many things that I could ask. Like, I love the fact that you have no problem with helping other authors. I've been on the website and I see you have like tools where people can use these to help them, develop their own stories. Then you also help people create covers. Talk to me about that. When did you start developing covers?
Oh, okay. So for me, I'm one of those people that I'm going to go get it. Okay, simple. So I found someone that could do covers for me. And I was like, okay, I'm paying her this amount of money. Why can't I figure it out? So I said, let's go and go do some work. So I started looking it up. I didn't take no classes. I didn't do nothing. I went and got Photoshop. I looked at some covers. I went on Amazon. I said, let me see what they're doing on here. And I went and I figured out how to find stock photos. And I did research on where I could find stock photos and all these other type of things. I looked on YouTube for a little bit, but YouTube had too much going on. So I said, let me get off of here. So I went and I just figured it out. Honestly, I self-taught myself how to do it. I figured it out. I made it happen. Next thing you know, my friends, I had two girls, same person, Chastity and now Iesha Monique. I don't know if you know of her, Iesha Monique. She's an author as well.
Okay.
We were all in a group chat. I sent them the covers I was working on. These two, they boosted my head up. They like, girl, you could be charging $40 for this. And they boost me up so high, girl. I just kept going. One of them, Iesha, they both did. They bought covers from me, sending me $40 for them. Y'all, if I show you these covers today, you would be like, why they pay you $40? But they helped me to keep going, because if I would have been discouraged, I would have stopped.
Right.
So And at this day, I'd be like, y'all, can I do something for you? I'd be trying to offer them free stuff. They won't take it. Like, because I know how much of an impact it had on me and helped me. Now I got a whole business that I run, which is, covers my way, and it run on its own. I don't even got to go to work. So to be honest, that it worked out. It worked out. Like I said, I'm gonna learn. I just tried to self-teach myself. I took a class on editing. We're gonna see what come about after that. I gotta keep
right. Let me find out. We'll have to stay in communication.
Yeah,
definitely stay in communication.
I'm telling y'all, I will learn anything. If it's out there for the knowledge to be got, trust and believe me, I'm going to go get it if I want to know how to do it. But I also know when something ain't for me.
As far as the cover, what's the name of the business again?
Covers My Way.
Covers My Way. Okay. Mm-hmm. Do you just do book covers? Do you do anything else?
I do book covers. I format and typeset books. I also have done some author branding packages. I've been doing them a lot lately, just helping authors to get their logos, their brands together, their Instagrams, all of that, talking to them about why they write. I literally have that going. That's been doing very well. And I've been helping out a lot of people. I've mainly started doing it just because a lot of people don't know, what it actually takes to be an author. And it's actually not even just selling books. You're selling yourself too.
Exactly.
These people really have to like you.
Right.
They will read your book just because they like you. It could be not even that good, and they'll try it out because you got a good personality and they like your social media content. Like
100%.
Simple. And you have to know that. And that's why I try to do the author branding package. And I try to make sure my prices are good to go. At this point, I don't see me ever changing them. At this point.
She made me want to, just put a book out so I can get a cover.
Listen, I'm telling y'all, I did all my book covers. All the book covers that I have outside of one. There's one book I did not do the cover for, but the rest of them, I did all of them.
Cool.
Well, I will be honest with you. I have done a few covers. I personally don't think that I'm very good at it. Girl. Which is why when I found out that you did them, I was like, oh, praise Jesus. Somebody else can do that part.
Because that cover matter. I promise you it do. Somebody will put your book down in a minute. And people can lie to you and say, the cover don't matter. Yes, it do. Don't let nobody tell you that.
It does.
It matters.
I mean, the cover matters just like the design on a t-shirt.
Yes.
You don't like it, you don't buy it.
Yep.
If it don't say something to you, it's not something you're going to pick up. So it definitely makes a difference.
Exactly. Then comes next your synopsis if you got some people that do that. If your cover good enough, they might not even check the synopsis. They might just go with the book and go with the flow.
How about that? I mean, what you said is true. Once they like you, it's a wrap. So I read one Eric Jerome Dickey book. And after that, it didn't matter what he put out. I didn't even care about the cover no more.
Because
once I'm in, I'm in. So that's 100% true.
Yes. It's sad, but it's true. The cover and stuff really will sell a book real fast. I've had people tell me, "Oh, the cover was so good, but I didn't like the story." Well, sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate it.
So, is there any final thoughts that you would like people to know about Iesha Bree?
That is such a hard question because I really don't talk about myself. I can't even tell you. For the most part, check me out. That's all I can say because I'm not one of those people that's gonna blow me up like that. I'd rather you just look for yourself. Check it out.
Nice.
I'm real silent on that. But yeah, other than that, and I wanted to ask you, what did you think about who was your favorite character? You never told me.
So Masika is my favorite character.
It's funny because she has a book.
I told you. I knew it.
I
knew it. The mysterious one. So
I'm already into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has a book. She does. Her and Torch have a book. For
Oh,
sure.
I'm real excited about that. Real excited.
It is. It was. It's, their book will take place before Medusa and all of them even came about.
Okay.
So theirs was before them.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I definitely will be on the lookout for that book.
Mm-hmm. I knew people was gonna like her.
She has that mystery about her.
Yeah, I knew
That
people was
mystique.
gonna like her. She has a rough upbringing. She does.
Yeah, and it's one line in the book that hints around that. And I was like, why she say that?
Yep. She has a rough upbringing, man. She went through some stuff.
She ain't 100%. She's not 100%.
She not 100% good, and she ain't really bad either. So that's kind of why her and Torch work out. Because I mean, at least you know that they together. In that book, they're together. But it was a bumpy road to get there.
Okay. Definitely, ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you check out Iesha's website. We are going to share her website as well as some of her or one of her upcoming projects with you guys. But make sure that you are going on her Instagram, her Facebook, check her out. I'm sure we'll have another one of her books at some point in the later months to come. Right now, if you are a part of our book club, we are still reading Copeology, and so we will have the Copeology discussion in a few weeks. But Iesha, I want to thank you for being a guest on our show. This was incredible. I know that I will be DMing you about my book covers and a few other projects. So just when you see me, just know it's like, that's that princess girl again.
It's all right, girl. I'll be looking for it. Trust me.
Excellent. Honey, did you have any final thoughts?
Well, you know, I'm a guy, black guy. I don't have a lot of friends that read, but what I will say is pick up a book. It's the entertainment, the stories are great. I like what you wrote. I'm gonna read a whole lot more. I'll be talking about it a lot more. I'll be posting about it. I'm gonna send all my folks your way.
So I appreciate
it. You know, tell them check out some literature, man.
Right.
Put the joystick down and read a book.
Right.
The stories are awesome. You know, plus I love to promote Black businesses.
Yeah, same here. Definitely. Thank y'all again for having me on here.
No problem. You gotta come back.
Yes, you don't have to come back.
Definitely.
All right, folks. Until next time, keep your conversations candid.
Peace.